All right, so we want to finish the exhaust here. Just got this U-bend off of Amazon. It's 1.25 inches. That's what the stock exhaust is. That's what the inlet on the Grom muffler is. Luckily, they're the same. So kind of just put it there and eyeball it, and I made a line. This is where that line I think is perpendicular with the length of the muffler and straight through this U-bend right here. And we probably still are gonna have to add like 1 inch straight piece in there, and that's just to prevent there from being any kink. So it should be just a straight curve right up there without any hard corners. All right, so I have it cut and lined up pretty close. I didn't get this cut exactly perpendicular to the pipe, so I'll need to shave that down a little bit. And then when I cut this off, I just did it fast, and it wasn't, I was trying to get it perpendicular, but it wasn't very close. So I shaved down both of those. Then I can measure the gap here and just use one of the other scrap pieces to fill it. I'll also need to take the header off, grind the paint off so we can weld it. Okay, so we got a straight piece, had to add a little bit, about 3/4 inch. This is actually larger here than it is here. You probably see it, but the amount of kink is so little that you'll never see it once it's welded. So it's close enough. I think that it's there because I cut this line, this slightly too short, like maybe less than 1/8 of an inch too short. So now just tack it, and then I'll tack it as well as I can here and then take it off. All right, there it is, all done. Sorry, I got a squeaky chair. So I had to grind the weld down, but so it's not really smooth, but neither is the rest of it, so it should be fine. Now I finally get to hear what it sounds like. I don't remember what it sounded like before now. Still seems a little loud. I'd like it to be quieter. One kick though, that's pretty cool. I haven't started it in a few days. It looks great, so there's that. Kind of wish it was a little quieter, but I'll have to ride it for a little bit and see. Maybe I'll change my mind. So next is paint probably, but I can't do that tonight. So I found this at Lowe's. The regular VHT, like very high temperature paint on Amazon is like 20 bucks. This was like $4 at Lowe's for barbecue paint. So we're gonna try barbecue paint on here instead of actual exhaust paint and see what happens. So I need some silver to do this part of the frame. It's not gonna match Honda, but I found like just some engine enamel silver that I had on the shelf. So I'll just hit it with that, and then if I get something that matches better later, then I'll do it, but I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, it's basically just gray, huh? Well, that doesn't match at all. All right, we got new front sprocket, got the correct one now. New rear sprocket, I mean, got it off eBay. It said used, but it looks great. I don't know if it's used or not. It's a 49 tooth back to the stock size, new chain, and we have this chain slider thing on that takes up some slack. There's another slider that's supposed to be up here, but it wasn't there. I don't have it. It doesn't touch the swing arm, so I'm not going to care about it right now. Runs real smooth. All right, so with the chain done, well, when we were looking at the top end previously, I noticed that on the coil, the sheathing is broken. You can actually see the conductor inside. Probably not going to last a lot longer. So I got a new coil from that same website, 4-into-1. I'm really liking them. They're actually pretty close. Shipping's fast. So the plug wire is already terminated. Don't have to mess with that. We get a black and blue wire there. And it looks like the old coil has black going this way and blue going this way with some custom wiring happening. I think this was done by the guy that my dad had working on the bike. Something to do with the charging system and not having a headlight or tail light. He had to do a modification. Hopefully I can just plug everything in, but if not, I might have to make some further modifications to make this work. Oh, that's just a spacer apparently. Plug wire says Hitachi on it. It's a good, I feel like it's a good sign when the brand is a brand you've heard of before. Also a Japanese brand and not a Chinese brand. Not that China isn't capable of making good things, but generally when you're buying very cheap things, it's not good. This plug wire is a bit longer, so maybe routed a different way here around the back of the head. Nice solid click onto the plug. Oh, that's not going to fit. So I'm going to have to modify that. Maybe I have another connector. That one fits nicely onto the factory wiring. So I need to see if I can find another end connector. Maybe clean that one out a little bit. All right, I don't think I have any of those. I don't think I have any of these, so I'm gonna have to change it to something else. So like a few wires cut here. This is probably something to do with the headlight. We got solid green, green, yellow, green, red, green, brown. Might have to get into that later. So here's our black. Let's cut that off. Ooh, that's old wiring. See how it's like, it's not shiny, just corroded. It's like that probably through the whole bike. Not great. I don't know if I showed that. Old wiring, not shiny. New wiring, shiny. Solid connection there. Make sure to use all the colors. So I've bought like those stacks of electrical tape from Harbor Freight before, and they just straight up suck. Get a good brand. This is a good brand. Like the cheap ones will just make a mess, leave glue everywhere. Whoever wrapped this one used a really good one. It didn't leave any glue. It's not, the wires aren't sticky at all. I love Harbor Freight, but some stuff you don't buy there, and electrical tape is one thing. All right, tank's back on, seat's back on. I think it's ready to ride. Chain, rear sprocket, front sprocket. Didn't do battery bracket, fork brace. Didn't do an oil change. None of this stuff yet, doesn't matter. Didn't clean the carb yet. Did the coil. That's just an oil leak, didn't do that. Peg rubber did that. Bolt kit and hardware kit's the same thing. Steel fenders no, headlight, taillight no, registration no, exhaust kind of done. We might throw some steel wool in there. Spark plug done, valves done, timing done, top end. Didn't check the air filter. So when we do the carb, we'll do the air filter, and then you do an oil change, and that's like it for the running thing. So see, try to take it off and see, go for a ride and see if it's still overheating. I mean, hopefully the timing, top end stuff kind of fixed that, but I have no idea. So I'll take it down and go for a ride. It's choked, isn't it? Can definitely smell the paint burning on that exhaust. Feels a little better. Still feels like it's missing. The suspension feels so much better. Can actually stay on the seat. I just rode it for about 20 minutes and it's still running when I get back. It pulled me all the way up the driveway. Idle's super high. I think the mixture of the carburetor is just poor, I think. So to get that Honda carb on it. barbecue paint burning. Color's not bad. See, the color went flat up at the front of the header there, and then glossed the rest of the way. Probably just got a little warm. It didn't want to idle up the street, but I don't know, could be just a choke thing. Seems like it ran better this time than it ever has, so we'll have to keep test riding.